Welcome back to the show, guys. Well, I've been telling Deja all this week. I woke up the other day, and I had an injury that I got when I was down in Thailand doing Muay Thai with my foot, and I could barely walk this week. I'm still I feel like I'm gonna have to come in, on crutches one day this week.
It's funny because I thought it was just a line to pick up girls.
Yeah.
My foot hurts from Muay Thai.
Well, right now we've got somebody in studio who might be able to help me out with my foot, and maybe might be able to help you out with any health ailment you have. We've got Casey Bateman, who is a naturopathic doctor, joining us in studio. Welcome, Casey.
Thank you very much.
Now, whether it's your foot or any kind of ailment you have, there's the conventional way to do things, and then there's a natural way to do things. Why do you think more and more people are turning to naturopathic medicine as a solution?
I get asked this question all the time, and I like to say, well, I mean, naturopathic medicine, a lot of people think is just the natural approach. I like to say it's much more than that. It's about a philosophical difference, and a naturopathic approach philosophically is about getting to the root cause. And when you're trying to address the root cause of conditions or symptoms, it just so happens that the natural approach is the way to go.
Whereas the opposite approach would be to address symptoms? To
address symptoms, and that's where you get into like the drugs and surgery and things like that. I mean, there aren't drugs out there that are really addressing the root cause of what's going on. It's, you know, when we're getting to the root cause, we're talking about food and nutrition and herbal remedies and homeopathy and acupuncture. These are how we're addressing the deeper imbalances in the body that are actually causing the symptoms. And when you treat those imbalances, the symptoms get better.
Now, we've talked about mood as well in our show a little bit lately. Is the mood the effect of some of these symptoms, or does our mood affect and create the symptoms?
I think it goes both ways, absolutely. I would, if I had to pick one, I would say that our mental emotional state is what generally manifests physically.
Okay.
So instead of where our physical state is necessarily causing our mental emotional state, I think it can happen that way, but I'd have to say that if we have mental emotional blockages or issues, that's generally going to affect our physical state.
Well, I wonder then, is that why so many of us get colds? Maybe it's not just the temperature, it's also our mood. We're all having some seasonal depression right now, and I'm sure that affects us a great deal.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Look at when we have outbreaks of colds and flus. It tends to be when there's less light and, you know, less vitamin D and all that sort of thing. Everyone's talking about vitamin D these days, and well, it is an effective way to prevent.
And I guess your mental state does really affect your physiology as well, with cortisol levels and hormones and things like that.
Yeah, and melatonin levels. I deal a lot with talking to people about their pineal gland. Not pine needle gland, I get that a lot too. Pineal is the part of the brain that produces melatonin.
Right.
And it's physiologically, or if you look at medical textbooks, they say, oh, well, you know, that just produces melatonin and it helps with sleep. Now, but there's a lot more to it.
Is it a good idea, you know, lately I haven't been sleeping well either, and I've been taking melatonin, and you know, I've been getting rest. Now, can you get addicted to some of these natural substances, and is that a good idea?
I don't think there's any research showing that melatonin in particular is addictive. Other sleeping aids are addictive.
Right. The non-natural kind of methods.
Yes, some of the prescription ones, obviously, and that's why they give them out sparingly generally. But melatonin, I would be a last resort. I would look at more ways of supporting pineal gland function.
Okay, and what are some of those ways?
You can use acupuncture, homeopathic remedies, nutritional supplements, herbal supplements to actually increase, like St. John's wort actually is a great example. A lot of people know about it for depression, but it is also it's one of the best herbs for supporting pineal function. But I want to be clear, I'm not recommending people go out and buy St. John's wort, but that is just an example.
Well, it's all for individuals, you know, you need to be assessed. Why do you think so many people are moving towards this naturopathic remedies instead of going to their doctor?
I think because the approach, especially when you're working with a naturopathic doctor, not necessarily self-prescribing, and the approach is to get to the root cause of what's going on, it actually works and people feel better.
Now it's becoming, you know, as you mentioned, it used to be kind of a trend. Now you're seeing companies cover it in their benefit plans.
Absolutely.
Because is it becoming just more conventional? You have a doctor, you have your naturopath.
Yeah, and there are even some people that don't. That choose not to have a medical doctor.
Now, would you recommend that, or do you think that...
Not personally, no. It depends on your naturopath. I encourage people to maintain a good relationship with their medical doctor, because if the medical doctor is doing your annual physicals on you and ordering all the blood tests, OHIP covers all of that.
Right.
Instead of having to pay me to do that, you're getting, so, and then we are maintaining that relationship. Like I can order lab tests, but I can't order x-rays or colonoscopies or things like that. All very important things for prevention and staying on top of your health.
Now you've got a couple of seminars coming up. Tell us about that.
Well, we have one seminar this month. It's actually today. It's being held by the chiropractor at my office at Downtown Brampton Wellness Center, and his name's Dr. Vlaskamp, and he's introducing the Pro Adjuster, which is a new chiropractic technology that's it's computerized. It's really neat. It analyzes the spine. The computer uses tools to analyze the spine and then it determines what the best way to treat the spine is, and that way the treatment's very consistent. And it's much more comfortable for a lot of people, than, especially for people that, well, obviously manual manipulation would be contraindicated, or for people that are kind of leery or afraid of it. It's much more comfortable for people, and they're in a seated position.
That's me. I've always been afraid of going to the chiropractor. Maybe this is a move in the right direction.
Yeah,
might help me out. Tell us some of the other services you have at the Downtown Brampton Wellness.
Well, obviously Naturopathic, and Dr. Vlaskamp is a chiropractor, and actually he just was awarded for the 4th year in a row Chiropractor of the Year by the Brampton Guardian.
Oh, wow.
So you've got to be doing something right to get 4 years in a row like that. And we also have 2 massage therapists.
Right, and this is what I was going to ask you about as well. Getting back to my foot.
Back to me.
back to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now I go for massages regularly. You do as well.
I do too.
How does massage factor into if you have an injury or just general health and well-being?
Well, I think that it's a huge part of relaxation. Going for a massage, it does definitely get the lymphatic system moving, which helps drain toxins out of throughout the body into the bloodstream, so that the liver and the kidneys can filter them out. I think relaxation is important. I practice yoga almost every day as a made way to keep things moving in my body and stay flexible and focus on the breath and relaxation. And a lot of people go for massage to do that as well. I think that it's great. I mean, if your foot's bothering you, I mean, I love a foot massage. I don't know about you, but
well, I've had reflexology before, but is it true what they say that all the nerve endings end in your foot, and your foot can really affect your entire body
and connect to your organs too, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Every single part of the body is represented in the bottom of the foot. I use a technique that is similar, but it's the whole body is represented in the ear. It's called.
This is really cool, actually.
Auricular medicine.
I wish I had more time to talk to that about. I'll have to go visit the offices and check them out.
I guess so.
I guess the key here is really just taking care of yourself, know what's right for you, and do the appropriate actions. Great New Year resolution for some people too.
Definitely. Casey, thank you so much. We're going to be back on the show, guys, with more.